Urgent Dallas Cowboys fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Dallas Cowboys updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey, Cowboys Nation! Today, we have some surprising news that's sending shockwaves through the fanbase. It's one of those unexpected moves that make you sit up and pay attention. The Dallas Cowboys, known for their strategic planning and meticulous roster management, have just announced the release of one of their defensive players, a move that's already causing plenty of buzz around the NFL community. Yes, I'm talking about Mazi Smith, the talented defensive tackle who, until recently, was seen as a promising piece for the Cowboys' front line. But as we all know, in the NFL, nothing is ever certain, especially when it comes to roster decisions, and this one has certainly caught many fans off guard. Now, before we dive deep into what this means for the Cowboys and for Mazi Smith himself, let's set the stage. The Dallas Cowboys, as you all know, have a rich history of building strong defenses, especially on the line of scrimmage. Their identity has often been rooted in a tough, relentless defensive front that can stop the run and pressure the quarterback. Over the years, they've had some legendary players in this unit, from Charles Haley to DeMarcus Ware, and in recent years, guys like Micah Parsons have taken center stage. But in recent seasons, there's been a sort of transition happening, a search for new players who can step into those roles and provide that same level of dominance. Mazi Smith arrived in Dallas with a lot of promise. Coming out of Michigan, where he impressed scouts with his size, strength, and athleticism, he was seen as a developmental project with high upside. The Cowboys drafted him hoping he could be part of that next wave of dominant defensive tackles, someone who could clog running lanes and generate interior pressure. And early on, there were flashes of potential. Fans and analysts alike saw glimpses of his ability to disrupt the offensive line. However, as the seasons progressed, it became clear that consistency was an issue. Mazi showed moments of brilliance, but also periods where he struggled to make an impact game after game. This inconsistency, coupled with the evolving needs of the team, led the Cowboys coaching staff and front office to re-evaluate their roster. They're in a constant pursuit of building a team that's not just good, but championship caliber. And in doing so, they scrutinize every position, every player, and every decision. The recent move to part ways with Mazi Smith signals that, despite his talent, the coaching staff felt they needed a different direction on the interior of the defensive line. It's not uncommon in the NFL for teams to make such tough decisions, especially after evaluating player performance, potential fit, and future prospects. Now, this move is more than just a roster adjustment, it's a statement about what the Cowboys are aiming for in the upcoming season. They're looking for players who can bring more immediate impact, who can work seamlessly within their scheme, and who can help them contend at the highest level. The defensive line is a crucial area, especially with the league shifting towards more pass-heavy offenses. The Cowboys have been investing heavily in their pass rush, with Micah Parsons leading the charge as one of the league's most dynamic edge rushers, but interior pressure is equally vital. That's why this decision to release Mazi Smith is so intriguing. It hints that the team might be exploring the draft or free agency to find that perfect complement for their existing line. This move also opens the door for other players within the roster. It's a chance for younger guys to step up or for new acquisitions to prove their worth. The Cowboys have always been strategic in their roster moves, balancing veteran leadership with youthful energy. And as we look ahead, it's clear that the team is not just content with what they have. They're actively seeking ways to upgrade and optimize their defensive front for a more formidable, more consistent performance. On the other hand, for Mazi Smith, this could be a pivotal moment in his career. Being released from the Cowboys doesn't mean the end, far from it. The NFL is a league of opportunities, and for a player with his physical tools and college pedigree, there will be interest from other teams. The NFL's landscape is constantly shifting, especially during the offseason, with teams looking for that hidden gem or that player who can fill a specific need. Mazi's journey isn't over yet. He's young, talented, and has already gained valuable experience in his time with Dallas. This could be a blessing in disguise, an opportunity to find a team where he can get a fresh start and showcase his abilities without the pressure of high expectations that come with playing for a franchise like the Cowboys. It's also worth noting that this move comes at a critical time in the NFL calendar. The draft is approaching, and teams are meticulously analyzing prospects, trying to find that missing piece. The Cowboys are known for their smart drafting strategies, often finding value in later rounds or making shrewd trades to bolster their roster. As they look at upcoming free agents and prospects, the loss of Mazi Smith might push them to focus even more on interior defensive linemen in the draft, possibly targeting a player who can develop into a starter or provide immediate depth. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture for the Cowboys. This season, expectations are high. The team was competitive last year, finishing with a solid record and making a playoff appearance. But fans, analysts, and the players themselves know that to take that next step, perhaps even reaching the Super Bowl, they need to be more consistent, more dominant on defense. The defense has been a mixed bag at times. They've shown flashes of brilliance, especially with the emergence of Micah Parsons and the solid play of some of their linebackers, but interior pressure has sometimes been lacking. This is where the front office is focusing now. They want to see more disruptive plays up the middle, more consistency from their defensive tackles, and a defense that can impose its will on opponents week after week. This decision to part ways with Mazi Smith also reflects the Cowboys' ongoing commitment to building a resilient, adaptable roster. They've been active in free agency in recent years, making key signings that have paid dividends. They've also been smart about their draft picks, often finding value in the later rounds. Moving forward, they might look to the draft again to find that interior disruptor, someone who can step in immediately or develop into a starter. It's all part of their broader strategy to keep the defense versatile and tough enough to handle the league's best offenses. And for fans who follow the Cowboys closely, this news sparks a lot of questions. Who will fill the void left by Mazi? Will they go aggressive in free agency, or will they trust their draft board to find a solution? Will we see a veteran come in, or will they give more opportunities to younger players already on the roster? These are the questions everyone's asking right now, and the offseason promises to be filled with speculation, rumors, and strategic moves by Jerry Jones and his team. Meanwhile, Mazi Smith's future is also an intriguing story. As a player, he has all the physical attributes to succeed at the NFL level. His size, athleticism, and college production point to a guy with potential. The key now is finding the right team, the right scheme, and the right coaching staff to help him reach that potential. Teams in need of a young, versatile defensive tackle will surely be keeping an eye on him. And who knows? Maybe a change of scenery will be just what he needs to flourish and remind everyone why he was so highly regarded coming out of Michigan. This entire situation underscores how dynamic and ever-changing the NFL landscape is. Teams constantly evaluate, rebuild, and adapt to stay competitive. The Cowboys, with their storied history and passionate fanbase, are no strangers to these kinds of strategic moves. They've built a reputation for being smart and bold, willing to make tough decisions for the long-term success of the franchise. It's part of what makes following this team so exciting. You never know what move will come next, and every offseason brings new opportunities and challenges. So, as we watch this story unfold, it's clear that the Cowboys are not just standing still. They're actively shaping their roster, looking toward the future, and trying to find that perfect mix of talent and grit to bring home another championship. The departure of Mazi Smith is just one chapter in a much bigger narrative, one about resilience, strategic thinking, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. For the fans, it's a reminder that every offseason, every game, every play matters. The Cowboys are always striving to be better, and this move is just another step in that ongoing journey. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this decision? Do you think it's the right move for the team? Who should they target next in free agency or the draft to fill that interior defensive line? Do you believe Mazi Smith will find a new home where he can truly shine? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, rumors, and in-depth analysis, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. We're in this together, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for this iconic franchise.